Hello, hi everyone. This is Kelly. Thank you for joining me for this bonus session, which is all about how the divine feminine can help you if you're a spiritual worker, a healer, a coach of some kind. So if you're joining, let me know in the comments. If you're watching the replay, let me know. I'm just going to make sure we're live. I'm pretty sure we are. So so let me know if you're joining. I think we're all live and we're all good to go. I'm just double checking. And I know people will get their notifications and they will join me if they can. Yes, I am. So welcome. A couple more days till the circle closes, and I also have something else available as well because I've received so many messages from you all, and I just want to say thank you so much for all of your messages. I really appreciate it. I've just loved seeing how much this work has touched you, what difference it's made, how you've been feeling. It's been wonderful to see all of that. So keep the messages coming, or send me a message if you haven't yet. So today I'm going to be talking about how this work can help you if you're a spiritual worker. But before we do that, I just would love to hear from Amy. Amy has worked with me in a circle and then gone on as a spiritual practitioner herself to learn more from me. So I'm going to just add her on so we can hear from her, and then I'll get into today's juicy subject.
I was first recommended Kelly by another brilliant coach and mentor that I was working with at the time. So I signed up to do a workshop with Kelly, and it was an amazing experience because I'd never really experienced healing through my womb space. However, I didn't sign up to work with Kelly straight away. I guess there was a part of me that was a little bit afraid of the unknown. As I said, I hadn't done any healing through the womb space before, so maybe there was a little bit of fear. I'd also had a miscarriage the year before, and I think there was a little bit of concern within me around it bringing up some of the old emotions or trauma of the miscarriage, and I wasn't sure whether I really wanted to go there. However, I let my intuition lead me rather than let my fear hold me back. And I first signed up to do Kelly's 6-week group circle all around awakening the divine feminine. And oh my God, I am so glad that I did. It was absolutely amazing. I wasn't sure really what to expect, but from the first session that we did in a group, I just had this overwhelming feeling of coming home to myself, of really feeling like for the first time in my life, I was connecting to my divine feminine. And interestingly, I'd done a lot of work around balancing my inner masculine and inner feminine energies. And I thought I'd awakened some of my feminine energy. But what I'd realized was I had intellectualized all of this and I hadn't embodied any of it. So by doing the work with Kelly, I started to embody all of this healing and to start to live my truth and to live with my divine feminine awakened. I then, after that 6-week circle, decided that I wanted to go deeper. So I did a 6-month course with Kelly, which also included a practitioner element to it, because not only did I feel like I was coming home, but I also realized that this is the work that I am here to do as well as a coach and a healer. So that 6 months was absolutely amazing. At times it was challenging because, of course, any journey of growth and expansion involves a bit of discomfort, feeling a little bit challenged at times. But on the other side of that was absolute magnificence. And what I've seen and what I've experienced now is my business flowing more than ever. a real sense that I know exactly what I'm here to do and I'm aligned with my purpose. And I definitely now live my life with a lot more pleasure and joy, and I allow myself to have moments of playfulness and joy and pleasure without feeling guilty, without feeling like I should be doing something else, because that's what I would have been experiencing before. And I said this to Kelly when I did her first 6-week circle. I was like, every woman needs to do this work. And I still stand by that statement. So if you're thinking about working with Kelly, if you're a little bit scared or a little bit reluctant, just do it. Don't sit on the fence. You really won't regret it, because this work is transformational and it's absolutely life-changing.
Oh, that's so lovely to hear back from Amy. Amy's an amazing woman, and she's going out to share this work now in her unique way. So that's been a really beautiful journey to witness that and to be able to host that. So yes, I wanted to come and talk to you about how this can work if you are a spiritual healer or coach. But first, before we get into that, I just want to say, I have been thinking about a lot of you because so many of you have sent me your messages, and some of you have reached out to me and you said that you're not quite ready yet for the full 6-month circle, or perhaps funds are a bit stretched for you at the moment. So you kind of want to invest, but it feels like a big leap to go into the 6-month program. So I've been having a think about this because I've received quite a few messages, and this is what I can do. I've basically got the recordings of the last 6-week circle that I did. And it contains in it all of the juicy wisdom and all of the energetic upgrades with PDFs. And I would love to offer that for you. Normally my 6-week program, it's called Activate Your Divine Feminine Blueprint. I don't really offer it anymore. I'm only doing it in the 6 months because that's my pleasure to work very deeply. But people were paying $1,497 for that, and I'm going to offer it to you for $500. So a few ladies have taken this up because they've just messaged me and said, is there anything else I can do rather than, the big circle? And this is what I've offered to them. One's already started and she's messaged me and saying she's feeling amazing. So I want to offer it to you. It's an at-home self-study course where you get all the materials to go through at your own pace and really fully activate your own divine feminine blueprint. As I've said to you in the programs, I set up an energetic container. So the frequency, the energetic upgrades are a lot more powerful. And Activate Your Divine Feminine Blueprint, it's perfect if you've loved what we've done together. You're not quite ready to go for the full 6 months, but you want to dive deeper. So just a reminder of what's included. First, it's a very, very deep connection to womb consciousness, the part of you that is the goddess, the part of you that where you can really connect to your inner wisdom and really listen and start to really trust your voice, your way, your path with no doubts. So that's one part. The next part is clearing out all of your lifetime trauma. What's happened to you as a woman? Is it around the womb specifically? Womb grief, miscarriages, terminations, abuse, unloving relationships, maybe emotional or mentally abusive relationships, clearing all of that. We then go on to part 3, which is about clearing the ancestral line. This is extremely powerful because it frees your entire ancestral line through the womb lineage of what it's meant to be a woman under patriarchy, under slavery, under trauma, under those lifetimes of trauma. And so this makes you free to be the human light being you are without all of your family stories. The next part 5, is about clearing out distorted masculine, all of the relationships you've had that have been unloving, where you've taken on their energy, their unprocessed emotions and their trauma that's really weighing you down. And when you realize this and when you feel it and you release it, it's a huge release. It's then your energy for you. Then the part 6 is all about the feminine, clearing out the distorted feminine within you at a root system, getting rid of all that competition, that seeking of love and validation outside of yourself, and tapping to your inner resource within. And then the final part, part 7, is all about your energetic boundaries around the sacred temple space, enabling you to really hold that space for you. So you're able to use the creative power of the womb for your projects, for your business, for the birthing of your ideas. So as I said, I'm literally just getting this together now because so many people have asked it for it rather than doing the full program. And it's only £500. I haven't got a page ready or anything for it yet. So if you're interested, DM me about that. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I have had some messages. And now let's get on to today's subject, which is how the divine feminine can help you if you are a spiritual worker. So here's the thing. I've been talking all last week about the feminine. And I've been saying that she is the part of you that is connected to all, the all-knowing, all-seeing, all-feeling part of you. She is the unmanifest potential with infinite possibility. And so for me, this is where your inner wise woman, your medicine woman, the crone resides. And so when you fully activate and initiate into this sacred womb temple, you start to connect to your inner wise woman, your divine feminine lineage on a very, very deep and grand scale. This is exactly what happened to me when I did that womb healing years ago when I had a miscarriage. It opened up a huge stargate of wisdom and remembering and knowledge that I share with you now. So I know firsthand and through my clients like Amy, Naomi, and all that you've heard over the last few days, and you'll hear from Whitney tomorrow, when you connect to this womb space and claim it for you, you start to really, like Amy just said, really birth your divine work, really express your purpose, even if you know your purpose on a much deeper level. And that's why for spiritual workers, this is like takes you to the next level of becoming, you know, that perhaps in your visions when you meditate, you see yourself as this great woman, this great queen that is sharing wisdom and power and touching the hearts of thousands of people perhaps, but your life as a spiritual worker is maybe serving the few. This is what helps you take you on to that next level, because it's you stepping into you in all of that you are. It's you calling all of your multi-lifetime, all of your multi-dimensional self online to be here now. This is the age of change. We're going into Aquarius, and so this is how you can step into that. What that means for you is your message gets very, very clear. And I find for spiritual workers, this is hard for us. We're not selling, you know, get rich quick schemes or love. We're selling heart, we're selling purpose, we're selling meaning. And so often it's really hard for us to explain our magic and make it tangible. But when you connect to this inner woman, wise woman within, she gives you the words. It's so beautiful because they come from you with a deep, deep sense of knowing. It's really helpful for you when you want to actually launch perhaps your next service or your next evolution of your business, but you really want clarity on how, what, who for. It really helps you create it. And in fact, I really share with my clients how to create that within the womb space, because remembering the womb space is the unmanifest potential. It is the great holograph of the cosmic womb. And so in that space, we can really harness the energy with the divine feminine. So it's not enforcing our will on the divine, but with the divine, to create the energetic vortexes for those programs or services or whatever it is that you want to call them. Also, what really happens is it unlocks abundance. You've heard from all of the clients so far. Clients start coming out of nowhere. Money starts coming out of nowhere. You start to get into that magical flow that everyone talks about, and maybe you found it hard. And I'm going to explain a bit more now why it's hard, particularly for medicine women. And for me, medicine women, sorry, my little dog, medicine women have many wounds. Otto, come here. Sorry, medicine women have many wounds. It hasn't been safe to be in your light, in your power for millennia. And now, in this age of Aquarius, as we're turning, it's time to bring her out the shadows. And with that, we need to honor her path and heal her wounds so that she is able to unveil herself. And some of the main kind of wounds that I see for medicine women is fear of speaking out, fear of being seen, fear of actually being a truth speaker. Perhaps you've been shot down in flames in this lifetime for saying the truth, like being an oracle and saying it as it is. Perhaps in your cellular memory, you have lifetimes of remembering persecution where it wasn't safe to speak out and be seen, where that meant something very serious for your life and for your loved ones' lives and for perhaps your tribe. And so we carry a lot of these wounds. There's vows of poverty there. You know, being the medicine woman on the outside of the village that was there to help process and heal all of the village's wounds, but did that for shelter and basic food. And actually, she has no desire for money. Money isn't anything that she wants to touch. Actually, a lot of spiritual workers, I find, they're not in it for the money. And that is fine. I'm not in it for the money, but sometimes it can go too far, like I don't want any money is what you're saying energetically. And that's often tied up around these vows of poverty, particularly around the womb space for medicine women. There could be lifetimes of being a sacred sexual priestess. And what happens here is literally there was an ancient practice in ancient Egypt and Sumeria where women healed through the energetic spiritual womb space. And so often, if this is now running unconsciously and we are not aware of it, then often we are healing the wounds of the world or our partner or the people around us through our womb space. And what that does is it utilizes all of our energy, all of our vitality, and maybe it isn't optimizing at the best level, so that often you're holding on to a lot of that toxicity and trauma and healing of the world. So clearing this is really important. There's also been, for me, medicine women, the number one block is fear of your own power, fear of your own light. And Marianne Williamson says this brilliantly in that quote that I can't remember now. It's something like, you're not afraid of your darkness, you're afraid of your light. But I'm going to take it a bit step further. For medicine women, you're actually afraid of your power, because there was a time when perhaps you were queen of civilization, or you actually were responsible for many, many people's lives. And maybe that didn't go right. Maybe there's been lifetimes where you've been on the dark side and where that got manipulated and twisted. And so often medicine women don't fully step into their power because these wounds are not healed. So that can result in walking on the earth without your wisdom, walking on the earth without all of your spiritual gifts, having your energy fragmented. It's like you've got ideas of your wisdom here and here and here, but you can't pull it together in a big picture. Perhaps you're not able to express yourself as you wish. You can't find the words, you can't find the right way. Perhaps you struggle with money and finding clients. All of these things are a result of what I've said before. This millennial lifetimes of fear of speaking out, fear of persecution, vows of poverty, fear of our own power. And that is what stops us from fully stepping into all that we are right now. So womb work specifically for spiritual workers really helps you claim your energy for you, for your projects, for your life's work that you've come here to do right now. It really helps you reclaim all of your energy and your vitality, because you have a great undertaking to do. And so if your energetic, if your womb energy is leaking to others in an attempt to heal them, to help them, then there's nothing left for you. So your projects end up being really difficult to get off the ground or fully birth or go to the next level. This work also really helps you reclaim all of your wisdom, all of your spiritual gifts into that space, into the medicine woman within, so that you can utilize them, that you can embody them. They're not out here where you go into the ethers. They're in here, they're embodied, they're real, they're now. It also really helps you claim your inner guidance that is crystal clear, that knowing that you know what are your next steps on your path, your next becoming, your next iteration for your service of love for the world, and getting the wisdom that is for you to share with the world, and then giving you permission to shine out, to remove all the veils, to remove all the fears, and step into that goddess that you are, that medicine woman, that inner wise woman that you are, so that you can become the beacon for others. You have a right to be wealthy or comfortable or whatever that word is. You have a right to that, and stepping into that right as a creator, stepping into that wish that the universe has for you to be that beacon, to be that light for so many others. So that is why this work really helps for spiritual workers particularly. I do have a much deeper program that is only for experienced practitioners. It's invitation only. So if you feel that's resonating with you, reach out to me and I can send you more details on that. What else do I have to say? I don't think I have anything else to say now, except the doors for the 6-month circle close Wednesday. So tomorrow you can come and join me at 11 a.m. Central European time. That is more to have a tea chat with me. Maybe you have any questions. People have been messaging me questions, so I'm going to go through them. It's almost last chance really to have a chat with me before the doors close on Wednesday for Initiate Your Divine Feminine Within. So come and join me for that. Wednesday doors close. If you are interested in my more accessible program for only £500, I don't have a link yet, but send me a DM. I'd love to hear from you. And also, if you have any questions, tomorrow's the day. So you can put them in the comments, send me a DM, however you want to connect with me so I can answer all your beautiful questions for tomorrow. Wishing you a lovely Monday. Feels strange for a Monday. Wishing you a lovely Monday. Thank you for joining, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.